So what kind of service provided by the CFS in export case, we will try to understand in the session. So welcome to Export Import Make in India campaign. And today in the session, we will understand what are the functionalities of the CFS in case of export. Okay, in previous session, we have understand what kind of service provided by the CFS for import. Okay, so here we will understand for export. So in earlier session, we have covered what is the CFS. So CFS is the space where containers are placed, okay, for examination process and other government activity process. Okay, for example, we are importing any cargo. So container will examined by the government officer. So in such case, there need to be space, okay, for custom place. So this CFS will provide this space to containers which is import or export. Okay, now we will understand what are the services. Okay, so in case of export, here we are exporting cargo from our factory to the ICD and ICD to the seaport, then overseas. In case of import, we are importing the cargo. So first container will unloaded from the ship and loaded to the railway. Okay, you can see. Then go to the nearest ICD to the importer factory, and there is custom container will examine. But in export case, we are just dispatching goods from our factory to the overseas. So first we move this cargo by truck. Okay, so you can see on the screen there are the multiple dock at this CFS. Okay, and any container can be placed on this dock for the container stuffing. Okay, so when we export the containers, we need to first stuff the cargo in container. Then container will move from our factory to the ICD. Okay, so we need to understand if our cargo is containerized cargo and already packed in such way that directly stuff in cargo to container, so we can use the factory stuffing. Okay, if we not have a such kind of dock at our factory and cargo is not packed in such way that can be stuffed in containers, so we will use these CFS services. Okay, so in this case, what we will do, we first dispatch goods from our factory, then this cargo is moved from our factory to CFS, where normal truck can be delivered this cargo, and where container is truck is unloaded and cargo is packed in such way like as per international norms of the packing, and then the labeling and all the thing can be done in CFS. Okay, so here the cargo can be stuffed in container because the containers, you can see this is the container. So these containers need a space to stuff cargo like a dock, ramp, we can say ramp or dock. So this ramp need in factory. If not available, then this container cannot be placed in the factory. So this container will be loaded in the CFS. So CFS will provide this facility. Now, what kind of facilities provided by the CFS? So we know that the container is moved from our factory to CFS, and container is placed at the CFS for some time for examination purpose. Then again, this container go to the seaport. So there also we place for some time until the ship reach at the seaport. Okay, and departure. So they need space to be stored. Okay, this cargo. Now, what is facility? So for export, handling and stuffing facility. Handling means this cargo is just unloading, loading from the truck, okay, and the cargo stuffing and de-stuffing. This is the handling, okay, and handling and stuffing, okay. Then storage option, okay, for examination purpose, if government hold this container, okay, then these containers are held in the shipping line yard, so they need storage. So this CFS provides this storage also. Then handling of consolidation of the export cargo, okay, just like for a shipping line purpose, not export, for a shipping line purpose, the CFS provide the facilities like a multiple LCL cargos, loose mode of cargos, which is small box, can be stuffed in one container, which is going to one destination, which is sending by the small shipment by the importers, okay, just like a exporter A sending the one box, exporter B sending to the second box, exporter C sending the third box. In this way, there are the 10 exporter, they are sending this cargo to the same locations like South America. So what this CFS will do, this CFS will consolidate the cargo, means that consolidation means that they stuff this cargo in one container, okay. Then value-added service also provided like a sorting and barcoding, shrink wrapping, and the pilotization. So what is the sorting? Sorting is the process in which if exporter deliver the cargo in the different type of classification, like there are 5,000 unit of the bike need to be exported, okay. So in this case, this 5,000 unit is not only the bike but type of bike like a scooty and other type of models. So this sorting need to be done. So this CFS will provide the sorting at this warehouse. Then barcoding. So barcoding is the process in which the sticker is stick on the box of the cargo, okay. If anybody scan that barcode, they will know that what is this box content, okay. So this facility also provided by this CFS. So what is the barcoding process? We will try to understand it briefly. Like any information regarding the product need to be submitted through the invoices, okay, and the system will generate the barcode for this particular information, okay, and this information need to be take the print of the sticker type paper, okay. Then this paper will be stick on that particular box. So at the time of stuffing, this box will scan. System automatically update the inventory that this box is going to outside of this warehouse. So this is the barcoding system where when the stuffing process is done, the system will update the inventory like a cargo is going to outside, okay. So how many inventory available. Then shrink wrap. Some cargo need to be packed in such way that there is no scratch or other thing will be happen on the way. So just like a bike, so there is a shrink wrap. This is the plastic polythene which is wrapped on the product in such way that it cannot be scratched on the way. So this facility also provided by the CFS. Then pilotization, okay. So pilotization is the process where the cargo is need to be packed in such way that cannot take more space in the container, okay. Like if you have a bike, okay, so you cannot stuff directly bike in the LCL system, okay. In LCL system, if FCL, you can stuff the bike directly in packing of the cash is the steel case, and bike is you can say bike is bind in such way that cannot move. So that for FCL process, but in LCL, if you want to export one bike, so what needs to be, you need to pilotize this bike. How to pilot? This bike need to be packed in the wooden box, and this wooden box can be stuck in the container. So this facility also provided by this CFS. Okay, and they provide the EDI linkage with the custom for clearance. Okay, so when the process is going on this CFS, exporter provide the commercial packing list. Through this DTL, the system will process this information to the customer. Okay, so this linkage by EDI. Okay, then to complete the export cycle, to connect export stuff container from our facility to port. Okay, so for the completing the export cycle is just like a continuous move from exporter factory to the CFS to the seaport, then seaport to the port of discharge of the destination, then factory. So this is the cycle. So for this cycle, completing this cycle, the CFS provide the appropriate movement from warehouse to the next activity. Okay, and exporter factory to the warehouse. This cycle will be complete through the CFS movement. Okay, then much widely used factory stuffing service for our customer, when truck placed in empty containers at the customer premises for stuffing and self-sealing before bringing at the vehicle to our facility. So what CFS provided like is just exporter not have a facility of the self-sealing in his own factory. Okay, you know that in export case the container are sealed from the exporter factory. Okay, but if exporter do not have the facility of the self-sealing, which is provided by the central exit of the range of this factory, area of this factory. So if not have this facility, then exporter will this cargo dispatch from his factory to the CFS by truck, and then their cargo will be unloaded from the truck, and again this cargo will be loaded in the containers which booked for this particular destination. So in this process, they provide this self-sealing permissions. Okay, and container will process. So see, this process is called dummy sealing. Dummy sealing means that CFLC is authorized to sealing this container behalf of the exporter. Okay, so guys, in this session we have tried to understand what kind of service provided by this CFS. So we are just going to end the session here. Thanks for watching the session. Have a nice day.